I'm Chelsea. Welcome to my porch. I did another community poll asking you all to vote on a video topic, and the winner, when I checked, was new to my collection, fragrances that are new to my collection, and declutters. So I have a few here to talk about, and I'm excited about all of these. I might have to do a declutter, like a separate declutter video, because I don't have much time. I don't want to be here for an hour and I'm gonna try to do this quickly, so I probably won't like break down notes or anything, but I will pop notes up in one of these corners as I talk about each fragrance for your reference. But mostly I'm just gonna talk about what I love about the perfume and like the feeling I get from it. Okay, the first perfume I want to talk about is the new, I didn't even know that this was being released until like I was walking through Belk one day. I've learned that Belk is like a regional department store. I thought it was everywhere, but it's like a Dillard's or a JCPenney. But I was walking through Belk and I saw this out on the counter and I was like, I have never seen that. And it's Dolce & Gabbana's My Devotion, and the pink bottle, the pretty pearly pink bottle really caught my eye. Even though I'm not a Devotion fan, I appreciate the fragrance, but I wouldn't say I'm like a mega fan of Devotion. I don't own a bottle of the original or the Intense because the lemon is just too candied for me. I saw this and I was like, you know what is this gonna be about? And it is all about the peony, which I love. This is not Devotion, like not anywhere close to it. I don't understand why they released, well, I guess I get a tiny touch of the original Devotion DNA. I get a tiny bit of it. I think that there might be orange blossom in the My Devotion, and I get a lot of orange blossom in the original Devotion, but this really is all about the peony. And it's this like plush, creamy watercolor of a peony. It really reminds me of Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Blush, which I love that fragrance, but I've never bought it because the bitter almond can just be too bitter for me sometimes. It can be too sharp. But I love like the creamy, powdery peony that's in it, and it's totally my vibe if you took the bitter almond out. And that's what I get from My Devotion. I get like a Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush with the bitter almond taken out, and it's just this really pink, creamy, feminine fragrance. I feel like it's just like a celebration of femininity. Like it's a very girly perfume without being overly sweet, without being overly pink. I'm gonna have to move where I'm sitting here in a second, but My Devotion is super pretty. I think that a lot of people on Fragrantica are voting up for the amber in it. I'm not getting amber from it. I don't get that at all. I really get this just like pink, plush, creamy peony that just smells very feminine. I'm not getting the amber in it. So maybe I'm a little anosmic to the type of amber molecules, whatever molecules, aroma chemicals they used for the amber base in this. Maybe I'm a little anosmic to that. But I think that this is an amazing new release. It wasn't on my radar. I had no idea it was coming out. I just saw it walking through the mall and am so glad that I picked that one up. And I could see myself rebuying that one. And I get, like 6 to 7 hours of wear time out of it. And I think it has moderate projection. I really like it, and my husband really likes that one too. So that's the new Dolce & Gabbana My Devotion. Okay, now that the seasons are changing, we're like in late summer. I'm trying to figure out what the light is doing on this porch. So we're over here now. Speaking of newish releases, I picked up a travel spray of Brown Girl Jane's High Tea. I've never had a fragrance from Brown Girl Jane. And well, I also picked up Carnival when I got this one, and Carnival went straight back to Sephora. It was a major, major no for me. It was not my kind of cherry. But high tea is, oh, wow. I'm obsessed with this perfume. It is, I went into it with like no expectations. So I think a lot of people had expectations based on marketing. They thought it was going to be this like tea party gourmand. I knew nothing about this perfume. I saw Veronica with Veronica Says talking about it, and she really liked it. And the way she described it like a cozy chai floormond, like floral orange blossom. I was like, that sounds right up my alley. So I got the travel spray, and I will definitely be upgrading to a full-size bottle when I'm out of this, because this is like the cozy chai spiced version of Prada Paradox. So it's like a more vanillic, spiced, frothy Prada Paradox, if that makes any sense at all. And it layered with Prada Paradox is amazing. So I wore this to a girls' weekend a few weeks ago. We were in the mountains on the river, and we were there also for like a baby shower. We were hosting a baby shower where we were staying, and everyone wore this. We passed this around and everybody wore this perfume. I brought a few for people to choose from, and this was like the pick and the winner. This is what my friend who we were celebrating with her baby shower, this is what she picked for me to wear that day. And then all the other girls loved the way they loved the way it smelled, so they asked to wear it too. And so we were just getting like whiffs of high tea all around, and it was amazing. It was an extremely hot and humid day, so it only lasted like 2 hours. That's the one thing. The performance isn't super great, but I'm excited to see how it performs in like cooler weather as the temperatures are dropping and we're moving into fall. I think that high tea is going to be amazing. I love this perfume. I'm so glad that I took a chance on it. It's totally my type, my style of fragrance. A warm vanillic floral that has like a little bit of something that makes people ask, oh, what are you wearing? I went and learned how to play Mahjong recently. A friend of mine asked me to go to a class with her. And so she picked me up to take me to the class. We rode together to the class, and I was wearing high tea. And when I got in her car, she was like, what fragrance are you wearing? I was like, you'll have never heard of it. But it's Brown Girl Jane high tea. So I've already had so many compliments on this, and like I said, layered with Prada Paradox is really good. So excited to have this one, and we'll definitely upgrade to a full-size bottle eventually. One that you all know has been on my wish list for a very, very, very long time. It is one of the very first niche fragrances that I fell in love with, is Parfums de Marly Meliora. I finally got a bottle. I found a partial bottle on Mercari for an amazing price. And so I am so excited to finally have this, especially since Parfums de Marly has raised their prices. Like, this is over $400 now, which I would never. My husband's gonna start doing some yard work. But I would never pay over $400 for this. But I got this for like a little over $100, which is amazing. This is the prettiest fruity floral I think that I've ever smelled. I know that some people really hate it, but to me it smells like the Smoky Mountains. It smells like my home. It smells like the mountain streams and the berries that grow in the forest, and it's sparkly and it smells like champagne. It's just, you know what, if I had this, it didn't get here in time before our girls' weekend, but if I had this, this is what I would have worn when we were at the mountain river for the baby shower. I would have worn Meliora, because it just like perfectly captures that feeling for me. The bubbling brook, the blackberries, the raspberries, the wild berries growing, the greenness of the forest, but it's not like foresty. It's just like has a fresh greenness to it and then a sparkling quality to it that smells like champagne to me. Actually, one time I overindulged with champagne and I wore my sample of Meliora the day after, and that was a terrible, terrible decision. I did not enjoy Meliora then, but I've gotten over that, thankfully. I got over that scent memory, and I'm so excited to finally have this beautiful bottle and to have found a partial at a really, really good price. So thank you to whoever was decluttering her, because I'm so excited to finally have Meliora. Another like happy accident of a fragrance find was we have a discounter perfume store nearby, and I am a regular there. They sell everything at fragrance net prices, which is amazing. But then I also get to have a relationship with the people who work there and everything, you know, so that is super fun. So I love to stop in there whenever I have time. But I saw they had the original Givenchy's Very Irresistible. They had the EDT and the EDP out. And I thought, oh, you know what? I just saw that Givenchy has re-released this fragrance in a new bottle, and I've never even smelled the original. So I was like, let me give that a try. Tried the EDT. Hated that. It was so dirty musky on me, like sour musky. I did not like the EDT, and I think it's like very simple notes like rose and tea, maybe like white tea and bergamot or something like that. Very simple note structure. I did not enjoy it. It went very sour musky on me instantly. But the EDP of Very Irresistible is like the prettiest rose garden. It's these dewy, watery roses that has like a shampoo quality too, but they're fresh and you get greenness from it. It's like you're walking in a rose garden. It reminds me of Diptyque's Eau Rose, like the feeling that I get from Diptyque's Eau Rose, but they don't smell alike at all. This one is definitely muskier and earthier. It has patchouli in the base, which if patchouli's done the way I like it, you know, I really love patchouli. I think it adds so much to a fragrance, and it's done the way I like in this. It just adds a little bit of an earthiness to it, not like dirt. Doesn't smell like dirt in any way. It just like completes the story of this perfume, you know, like you wouldn't feel like you're walking through a fresh spring rose garden in, you know, the cool of the morning if there wasn't patchouli in the base of this, if that makes sense. It wouldn't feel complete. And so, I love this one. This was just such a happy accident. And if that fragrance discounter didn't exist, I wouldn't have even thought to have ever tried it, because I would have never have ordered it or anything off of Fragrance Net. So I'm so happy that I was able to try it. I have not compared it to the new re-release in the new bottles. I have no idea how it compares. I don't know if they smell the same or not, but I'm really loving the original version and the old bottles. Loving this. So glad to have it. It's one of those perfumes I've said before, it like makes my heart pitter patter, you know, like it just like I smell it and I think this is me in a bottle. That is a version of me bottled up, and I just really connect with it. I have actually layered it with Diptyque's Eau Rose, and that has been a really lovely like wearing experience. So Givenchy's Very Irresistible Eau de Parfum in the original bottle. Here is another new release, and I didn't even buy this one. It just came as a free gift with my purchase of Dolce & Gabbana's My Devotion. So there's a perk if you buy from Belk. And it's a full-size bottle of the new Coach Gold. I think that's what it's called. You see that? What's it called? I think it's just Coach Gold. And the notes, they have the notes here. Oh, it's in French. Oh, here we go. Pink peppercorn, almond blossom, and vanilla. It is really pretty. I really, really like it. I think it's going to be amazing in the fall. Okay, but you have to love almond, and you have to love a Play-Doh almond, which I do. I love a good Play-Doh almond. This is a floral Play-Doh almond, and that pink peppercorn is a nice touch. It's just very subtle. It's not overwhelming. This is a very dense vanilla with the Play-Doh almond, and there's a floral character to it. So I've enjoyed this one. I've been wearing this one at night. I think it's still a little too warm to wear out, but I really love that take on almond. Like, I love when almond goes in the Play-Doh direction. I love when it goes in the cherry direction too. I am not getting much of a cherry almond from this. Maybe I am, actually. Okay, on paper I'm getting a little bit of the cherry almond, but I guess I should say don't sleep on the new Coach Gold. I think it's a really nice release, and you know, I think that the Coach perfumes just overall are pretty underrated. So I'm happy to have this one. I'm even happier that I didn't have to buy it. I'm glad that it was free, but you know, if I had given it a chance, I think I would have at least been adding a travel spray of this one. So definitely for the fall too. This is totally my style of almond that I enjoy. So definitely worth giving a whiff when you're in Ulta or wherever they sell the Coach perfumes, Belk, wherever. And let me know what you think about it. How do you like your almond? Are you okay with the Play-Doh almond? I love the Play-Doh almond. It's very nostalgic to me. And yeah, I don't care if I smell like that. I think it smells good. I think it even, like, I don't know, it smells like a little demure but mysterious at the same time. I think it's really nice. I really enjoy it. So that's the new Coach Gold. Okay, you know another new release that is so, they nailed it. They nailed this one. I was so disappointed in the Seven Virtues Clementine Dream, I think is what it's called. But Nest with the Creme de Clementine, they like really, it smells like an orange creamsicle. It really truly does. It is so yummy. It is definitely a gourmand, but with the bright citrus clementine. I love this. I love this. It literally smells like an orange creamsicle. Oh my goodness. But it's not juvenile because there's something in the base. There's like a woodiness. There's something in the base grounding it that keeps it from being overly juvenile. I think that it is a very grown-up orange creamsicle. That's really all I have to say about it. I get like 4 to 5 hours of wear out of it. It projects really nicely. My kids are obsessed with this one. You know what? I should have worn this one because Tennessee was playing. So I should have worn it as my like orange fragrance. I wore Mandarin Basilic Forte instead though. That one is so good. But you know what? This one layered with Guerlain's Mandarin Basilic Forte, that would probably be a pretty nice layering combo because they both have vanilla. They both have that bright citrus and they have a woodiness. The Mandarin Basilic Forte has a sandalwood base. I'm not sure what the base is of this one, but I really, really am loving Creme de Clementine. I think it's awesome. I don't know if I need a full-size bottle. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to fly through this one in the fall and winter. I think it's going to be, it's going to be really nice during the Christmas season. That orange. I think of Christmas when I see oranges. It's good. It's yummy. It's a great release. So give this one a try if you haven't already. It's the Nest Creme de Clementine. Here's one by Malie Organics. I remember seeing this brand in Hawaii, and I probably smelled them in like the hotel gift shop and stuff. I couldn't really remember them, so I was curious. I was really craving like a creamy Tiare, a creamy gardenia. You know, I just really wanted that creamy summer fragrance. I just wasn't really finding a great one that I was, you know, that was hitting the mark. That was like really what I wanted. So I ordered the Malie, which one is this? Oh, Tiare, the Malie Tiare. Here, I'll show you. There's the bottle. This is the Eau de Parfum. And I don't know, is it 15 ml maybe? And it is a creamy Tiare that also smells like it has gardenia in it. And definitely vanilla, maybe a touch of coconut. And I get like 2 to 3 hours of wear out of this. So it's not super long lasting, but it's a really pretty, fresh but creamy, tropical Tiare. I really enjoy this one. You know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of like a cousin to Amouage's Love Tuberose. So if you want something like Love Tuberose, but you don't want to spend the money on it, then maybe give the Malie Tiare a try. They have hair care products and stuff. I ordered their shampoo and conditioner in the Plumeria scent. I'm not a big fan of that one. It's just, maybe it's too fruity. I don't know. It was just, I'm not a big fan of the Plumeria. I think that I'll give that to my daughter and I'll order the shampoo and conditioner. I like the formula though of the shampoo and conditioner. So I think that I will order the shampoo and conditioner in the Tiare fragrance. And I think that that will be great. Love this one. I'm glad I picked it up and I can see myself wearing it all throughout the fall and winter too, not just the summertime, because it has that creamy vanilla base that I really enjoy. So glad that I picked this one up. This one was also a Mercari find, and I purchased this one from the beautiful Zena with Zena Fumes. If you don't follow her on YouTube, then go check her out and subscribe. She is so fun. But she was decluttering Bois de Vanille by Le Bois, and I have been so interested in trying this fragrance out. It's a Middle Eastern fragrance. Gosh, this bottle is crazy heavy. It's a hefty bottle. It has weight and presence to it. And I know that Anna Lauren has really hyped this one up. So I was like, you know, it sounds like a floral vanilla that I would really enjoy. You know, I don't think I'm gonna spray it because as it's sat a little bit longer, there is something in a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances that is in the base that my nose really picks up on. It's like some sort of amber wood, or it's something that my nose really just goes straight to with a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances. So even though I think that this is a really pretty perfume, I'm not going to spray it because I don't want that scent lingering out here because I'm so highly sensitive to it. So I think this one will be a declutter. I'm so grateful to Zena for packaging it so carefully, and it got here safely, and I will do the same for wherever its new home is going to be. I'll make sure it gets there safely, but it's just not for me. But I'll try to describe what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid, the yellow one. It reminds me of that solar vanilla. And I was hoping that this would be like my version of Gorgeous Orchid, because there's something about Gorgeous Orchid that I just don't like. And I like it, but I can't wear it. And that's how this one is too. And I also recently tried Lattofus Tiare, and that's supposed to be maybe a dupe of Gorgeous Orchid, or they're similar. And same thing with the base of that one. There's just something in the base that my nose goes straight to, and it just makes it to where I can't enjoy the fragrance because I can't smell anything else I can't smell anything else that's going on with it. So this will be a declutter, and I'll include it in my declutter video as well. But I wanted to talk about it because Zena also just gifted me, when she sent me this, let me grab it. She gifted me What the Fluff by Aspiring Aromas, maybe? Aspiring Aromas. I had never heard of this, but then once I did a little bit of research, I was like, oh, whoa, this is like a really popular fragrance for all those marshmallow lovers out there. This is so good. I love this. I did a video in the spring called Spring Gourmands. This one reminds me a lot of those fragrances I tested from Scent Split. It reminds me a lot of like Helwa and Dolcemente, and I think that's the one. It reminds me of Young Bougie Marshmallow by Kayali. It kind of reminds me of the Pistachio Gelato by Kayali, because there's like a coolness to this. There's like a coldness to it. But the thing is, I think that this is so much better than any of those. It's just this really amazing, sweet, yummy, powdery, fluffy, toasty marshmallow. Oh, it's so good. I love this. So I'm so glad that Zena sent this to me. I'm glad that I ordered Le Bois from her so that she could include this with my order, because I would have never had, this was not on my radar. I would have never have known about it. So thank you, Zena. I love this. I love What the Fluff. Okay, my camera died. So fast forward to now, and I'll wrap up this video. I was talking about What the Fluff, and I was saying that if you are a perfume lover, I mean, if you're here watching, you're probably a perfume addict, right? But if you are a marshmallow lover, What the Fluff is definitely one to get your nose on, because it is my favorite marshmallow that I have tried. I think that it's so good. It's so good. It's so sugary, sweet, pink smelling. It's sort of like pink cotton candy mixed with marshmallow is kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. So What the Fluff by Aspiring Aromas, I'm guessing is an indie house, is great. Love that one. Speaking of marshmallow, I have the new, one sec. I have the new Donna Born in Roma Ivory, the one that kind of broke the internet. I had no idea it was going to do that. I had no idea that many people would want this, but I was able to get a bottle before they sold out. And this has marshmallow in it, but it's not a marshmallow fragrance. I wouldn't say it's just like a sweet, warm floral that starts out really fresh and bright. So the first hour or two, I was really surprised at how fresh and bright it was, and actually pretty musky on my skin too, but it smells really nice. So I guess I was just expecting more marshmallow, more vanilla, which I don't get from it, but deep in the dry down, I do get a warmth, almost like a toastiness too, that I can get from marshmallow sometimes. So I think that this one is a really pretty release, but if I hadn't already opened it and sprayed it out, you know, for a day trying to play around with it, I probably would have returned it, only because I have so many other perfumes in my collection that I get really excited about, you know, like High Tea. I'm so excited about that perfume. Meliora, very Irresistible. You know, I think that I would always choose Prada Paradox over this one, just because the Paradox DNA suits me more. But I think it's a great release, and I think it's great for all age ranges. I mean, actually the girly pops at Sephora Kohl's, the sales associates who were making the tester of this when I was there, they were like freaking out over it. They thought this was like the best smelling perfume they had ever smelled. And they also were excited about the Dolce & Gabbana My Devotion. They were making the tester of that. Like, you know, where they glue the string onto it. They were making the store testers of those bottles, and they were excited about those two perfumes specifically. So anyway, I'm glad I have it. It's too late to return. So what I'm doing is I am selling decants at cost of it. I sent out this one right now. I'm selling decants at cost of it. What I'll probably end up doing is I might just decant myself a couple of 5 mLs and then sell the partial bottle, or maybe I'll be able to decant all of it, keep a little bit for myself, and keep the bottle because the bottle is super pretty. I do really, really like the bottle. And I think it's a nice fragrance, but you know, if I only had a couple of perfumes, I would be really excited about this perfume. But I have stuff that kind of gives me the same effect, you know. I think I will always pull for Prada Paradox over this because I'm a Prada Paradox girl. So not a bad fragrance by any means. Not worth breaking the internet over though. If you have a lot of FOMO over it, I don't think you need to have a lot of FOMO over it. You know, I don't think you're missing out on like the greatest fragrance release of the year by any means, though it is a really beautiful perfume. I think they did a good job on it. So I don't think it's super disappointing by any means, but not like the banger of 2025 is what I'm saying. So that is all. Those are all of my new to me, new to my collection fragrances. What are some perfumes that you're excited about? What have you added to your collection recently? Let us know. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. You guys know how fun this is for me because of you all. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that you'll consider subscribing, pressing the like button, hyping up my video. I think that's a new thing, is the hyping up. I just found out that you only get 3 a week though, because I was hyping everyone's video up and then I ran out. So now I have to wait till next week. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video.